this works. If I'm going to anticipate a delay in the next few moments as well, but I do need to know if it's going to work. Okay. So fun for all as you hear me prepare. Okay. And now, as you can hear me doing all of this is something, um, as I'm like kind of giving my, giving most of y'all the gentleness of not, yeah, now be another effort. I'm going to mute. I'm going to try to speak that right now. So, let me go ahead and mute. Giving my, most of y'all the gentleness of not. Okay, I'm back. So I have the original device. That's another thing where now I can actually move around and Zoom and YouTube at the same time. Oh my gosh, this must be magic, right? So went to go get the beverage that was in the other room. So yeah, so since now this is working, and I talked my way into this now, so now I know how to do it next time. Um, I am just really in a state of a lot of download. Let me pause the YouTube that's on the phone. All right, so I am, as far as I know, still out there. This is so bizarre, funny. Or let me try something else. Oh my goodness, it's very interesting. Let's go back. All right, okay. So as far as now, I see I'm back on Zoom on my device. This device, by the way, I'm gonna just tell y'all right now, it's at least 6 years old, at least. Okay. But it's served me well. And I'm, challenging this little device to do some incredible things. Okay. That's the Nerd Queen way. So, as I use my stage name, because yeah, this definitely feels like a session that I like to call them. And part of me was just reminiscing about my creative flow and how I used to get a lot of ideas for writing, for songwriting, and understanding the inner verse. Um, I'm not the kind of writer, um, not the kind of songwriter that is, I don't want to say basic, but just doing what everybody is doing because that's what everybody is doing. Um, I felt early on as a creator, a writer, that I just had more things to say that I felt like people weren't saying. And I'm not talking about social issues either. And that's kind of the point to what about the inner verse? And what about the inner um turmoils that people have? There are whole universes inside of us. And I believe that once we start actually exploring those inner verses inside of each one of us and realizing like how infinite and how you can have, your little meat suit device do incredible things, it's just so, I don't know. See, as you can see, probably detect right now that I'm a bit in my flow right now. So I'm going to make sure my phone is charged. So I didn't even know to which channel or whatever, however, to send this. So I guess I'll pick it up later somewhere. But yeah, so I've been just doing a lot of, and this was from the last recording that didn't pick up. This weekend, feeling more like autumn and feeling more like the fall, and then feeling like, yeah, now is the time to go into those inner verses that we have, the inner words that we have, right? And this is the time that we can, go ahead and rewrite what's on our hearts and rewrite like intentions and edit. I don't want to say edit out mistakes, but making amendments to mistakes, so this definitely feels like a free flow of something kind of big. So yeah, I tend to be um somebody who's a polymath, that I just have interest in so many things. And because I do have so many interests in so many things, that I can end up seeing the connections that a lot of people don't always like pick up on right away. Like, because I have a, a real avid interest in history, all things history, like history. Like, even this afternoon on the phone with my dad, we're talking about things in history, right? So it's like there's that. And then of course, being a musician and a creative, in like writers, studying the classics and studying even more specific interest, uh enjoying various types of music throughout my life, being a creative again, being somebody who was interested in the media, movies, television, not just the shows, but how they're made and how they have that magic, right? And
Mm-hmm.
this is all where I feel like we are at a magic time where now it's time to spark your magic. I've been having coming up with so many ideas for videos on how a lot of people who are just repeating what other people are saying about certain concepts like the law of attraction and the hermetic laws, things like that, where people they're just picking it up from, I don't know, chat gpt or something, and then just throwing it up on 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 a video, and people think, oh, they must know. It's like they kind of might not, they're just repeating words. And it's important for us to now really think about words, because if this is a medium like the internet itself, all it is bits of light. Friends, this is it. This is the fifth dimension. Okay? We made it. We made it. And this was the best way that our 3D eye visions could possibly understand it. We are here. Think about it. I'm broadcasting right now at 11/12/2023. I am at 10:02 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. However, there could be somebody on the opposite end of the world that is hearing my voice right now. We are just bits of light. That is what the internet is, and that is what the universe is. I do believe we have solved the case for quantum entrapment and entanglement. I'm sorry, entanglement. It's here. Okay. So what I'm basically trying to say is that we always thought magic is something that no one could ever do. So, like, let's just take 200 years ago. If somebody 200 years ago saw what we are doing right now, of course they would think all of what we're doing is straight magic. Okay. If somebody from our time right now went back 100 years ago with a cell phone and who knows what else, again, they must be a witch, a demon, or whatever. Do you see what I'm saying? And their 3D vision wasn't ready for what we see now. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like the people in 1923, a lot of people didn't have electricity. I'm just gonna be honest. Let's just lay it out now. Polymath time. So a lot of people in the United States still did not have electricity or running water. Okay. We literally are almost like, if I'm getting my dates mixed up, in the middle of the Dust Bowl. Okay. The Great Crash is about to happen, but the weather has already started corroding most of the Midwest. Okay. So we got, the novels Grapes of Wrath and all that stuff. So again, I might be off by, some years or something, but what I'm trying to say is that these folks, they didn't have time to be thinking about trying to send, a selfie to their bestie down the street. Okay. They were too busy being like at the lowest level of survival. They can't see past any of that. Back to the RES I keep telling people about. Okay. So I'm just saying that what if we already are here in 5D, and our 3D bodies, this is all that we can see of it, basically, but we're getting the essence of it. And that's part of the essence of it, is the messages, the knowledge, the care, the hate, all of the energy of emotions that, trigger our hormones and chemicals in our body. It's already doing its job, y'all. It's already doing its job. And I'm just, like I said, I am literally on to something here. And I've been trying really hard. I can't even explain how I would even try to begin to try to organize it. Sometimes I don't know. It's very interesting. But yeah, I feel like I'm in a time right now where the the earth is letting me be able to be okay being within more, while everybody else is also being within, hopefully inside the buildings and stuff. And yeah, I'm just really, I don't know, I'm just really, really thankful that I do have all of this coming in for me. And right now, like, it's almost like a blessing curse. Like, so much is coming through me right now, downloads or whatever. It's hard for me to really kind of organize a lot of this stuff and still work a 9 to 5, or, and my other stuff. But I make it work. And that's the whole point, you know? It's like we are here for a purpose. Each one of us is that drop of the all. And the all wanted to know what it was like to be each and every one of us right now. Like, again, back to the spiritual flow right now. But I'm just saying, the all wanted and needed all of us, little drops, okay, to help the all understand what the all is. I know that's hard for some people to hear, even though I'm saying it plain. Yeah, that's me and my flow. I feel like sometimes I should just go ahead and start doing that as far as Nerd Queen. I might. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't want people to just, I don't know. Maybe that's a part of a limiting belief for me in growth as an artist as well. Because my journey is your journey, and your journeys, I'm showing my journey. Okay. So I'm still going through things. I'm not an expert. And that's one thing I want people to get, is that this is not hard. And we need to break not just the results of a system, but the system. The results of a system is everybody go to school, everybody sit in a desk, look at this for 6 hours a day, 5 days a week. That's brainwashing, okay? And I know I'm saying this, but and then They fill you full of knowledge that you can use to serve society, to be a good little worker, to be that good little cog in the wheel. They set this up, okay? They set this up. But this system doesn't work anymore. And I'm trying to sound the alarm for a lot of people, and they're just not getting it right now. That this system, that last system, you don't want it. I know it's scary to keep moving and pushing forward, but that's the whole point. The all needs this. The all needs us. We are all. Okay? Oh goodness. So I'm gonna try to end this just so I can listen back to this. Like I feel like this is great, things. So yeah, I've been grading papers. A lot of my students in their writing and organizing lesson planning for the week. This is like 1 week before I think the Thanksgiving in a United States holiday, and I don't necessarily celebrate it. Most Black people kind of don't. What we do is like to eat, so that's about it. And for others, it's the sports. And yeah, I'm thankful for a lot of things, and I need to wake up to know, in order to rise up, know where you are so you can know where to go, right? And that's kind of where I am right now. So I was like, wow, I've done a lot. And looking around the house, like, wow, I do a lot. And I just can't not I don't know, hmm, begin a small pity party, for myself. Okay. And this is me talking to me. This is like mirror work, friends. And I just sometimes you really do have to start taking words that you see come around you. Like it is intuition, it is a message. It's one thing I keep forgetting to remind everybody about is that meditation is the receiving of God's words. Okay. There's the praying, you send it out. And that's why I don't necessarily, do the pray thing, because there's another way that's more effective, because who you praying to? Yourself, begging yourself. Why are you what again, it's like a negative manifestation loop. Don't pray because you're praying to yourself. And why are you praying to yourself? Because yourself won't give yourself what yourself needs. See? So instead of praying, there's other things to do. But meditation is the reception. And if you can't receive the message, you got to start learning how to take in the message. Like, how did you think the message was going to come? Like, why are you praying in the first place? See, again, back to that. Because subconsciously, deep down, most people know that the prayers don't work. They want them to, but they don't work. That is why, you know? And yeah, a lot, truth does hurt like that. And that does make me sad. But when people really, really sit down, and especially in this day and age, especially now with so much more information in front of us, now, I'm gonna give it to those, like I said, let's go back again to what I was saying about people of a certain caliber and ability. It doesn't, I'm not saying anything about their value. Just like a baby, why would you say an adult is better than a baby? Baby, this is a development of personhood, or man or womanhood, or whoever you want to say. So people 100 years ago had no insight, no vision, because they had already been brainwashed to not have that. And then there were always those, I guess we call them the misfits or whatever, that were always pushing against, and always, oh, crazy ideas, oh, crazy Albert Einstein, that kind of thing. It's like the thing that saves is the thing that people are most afraid of, because maybe they don't want to be saved, you know? And I don't know. It's like, what is it like to be free of mm, free of duality? And I think maybe, a lot of times with my life coaching, I try to help people realize that you do need both. You need the happiness and the sadness to know the difference between the two. It's just like one of the polarity law, the law of polarity, where how would you even know the difference between warm and cool if you didn't have the extremes? Yet then noticing the movement of the difference, the connection. Okay. So it's very interesting. It's just all very interesting. So as I see, I don't know if I want to keep this live or not, because I feel like I want to take a lot of this and use it on my music site. Um, and definitely put it in my book. So yeah, that's another thing. I'm writing a book, y'all. So I've been writing this book for a while. So, and that's a part of, like, as I am revealing myself to myself right now and saying, you got to be super reflective, ma'am, and really realize that you're just being busy so you can avoid actually getting to work. You know what I mean? So, me getting more focused on, completing this particular goal that will actually compound on other things. So it's almost like I've been trying to avoid getting to the target by, you know, dancing around in the labyrinth, So um trying to wake myself up out of that kind of thing right now. So yeah, so as there's things coming in, and I need to start getting ways to get some of these things out into the world for you. Okay. And a lot of what makes me sad is there's also so many people who are maybe open and flexible to all these ideas, but then they hold themselves back and they don't take the chance. They don't drown in this imagination. Okay. This magic. It just makes me sad when people still find themselves just in their own mental cages, and a lot of people seem happy in them. you know some are even gold and platinum and diamond, but they're still cages. They're still holding you in. Yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely am looking at the time again. So yeah, we are in 5D, y'all. Congratulations, you made it. Take care.